There we go.
So Alan plus Brita plus Jay plus Bourbon is a quorum.
Yes,
We've just discovered.
I know that we need 4, but
It works.
yes.
Close
All
enough.
Right.
Are we voting on something?
Happy spring, everybody. It's
Well, we had our first hairball tonight.
Ooh, that means the shedding is
So yes, it is. It has begun.
Has begun.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
I've got cat hair in my eye, so
I actually got a chance to take the Harley out last weekend. It warmed up enough and wasn't snow. And we actually got a little bit of rain to get some of the sand off the road.
Yeah, I saw the photo of the wind-blown beard.
And that was like a little while after when it started to come back down. It's like this. I'm riding down the road and I got this. I have like a permanent beard mask.
How do the 1%ers do it, Jay? I mean, what's their secret? You got to figure that out.
I figure eventually you get enough bugs that it mats it down.
Is it bug guts or make a great beard conditioner?
It's a good conditioner.
Ew.
You know. Well, I mean, I was riding once a long time ago, and I took a bee, a big fat bumblebee, right here.
Ooh, oh no!
And he had just gotten off a flower, so I had this like
shit,
this giant yellow bullseye right in the middle of my beard. It hurt.
Yeah, I mean,
it hurt because I'm cruising along at like 60 miles an hour. Just, bang! Oh, what the fuck? Pull over, and I'm like, what the hell? And then I looked at my beard. It's yellow. I get this like yellow circle, and I'm like, I hit a bee.
Yeah, you don't have to ride a motorcycle for too long before you discover that a windscreen is a damn good thing.
Yep. That motorcycle got one, and the motorcycle I replaced it with has a permanent windscreen.
Yeah. Spiffy. Well, happy. Well, it's February 17th, and let me do there's our
there we go.
439. Good Lord.
Yep, 439.
That's like more than a year's worth every day.
Yep. I pity the fool that goes back and listens to all those episodes.
Only 61 more episodes, and we're at 500. Eventually, we're going to have more episodes than The Simpsons.
So a year from now.
Should we have a party?
Well, we do more episodes. We do more episodes in a year than The Simpsons do.
Yes.
So,
yes, because we've been on the air a lot less than The Simpsons. I had hair when The Simpsons started.
It's crazy to think about how long The Simpsons have been on TV. It really is. It's
35
Actually,
years.
What?
Yeah.
87.
What?
They started a short. 1987. They started as shorts on the Tracy Ullman Show.
Oh my God.
I was
about to say, I remember watching The Simpsons with my nephew when he was an infant, like feeding him the bottle and stuff when he was an infant, and he's 21, 22 now. But 35, holy
35,
shit.
Yep. 89, December of 89 was The Simpsons roasting on an open fire.
It's crazy.
I remember in the early 80s, the college newspaper syndicated the Life in Hell comic strip that he drew before he did the Simpsons. And the stupid rabbit.
The rabbit with one ear.
Yeah.
And I can't think of the name to save my life right now. Somebody's going to watch this and be like, "Oh, that's what you idiots!"
But I remember seeing the Simpsons on the, like you said, on the Tracy Ullman show, and being like, "Hey, that was the guy that did Life in Hell."
Yep. And you look at the Simpsons from the late 80s, early 90s, and what it is today, and you're like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah.
Looks like it was drawn by Joe Biden.
Well, South Park's been on a long time too.
97.
Yeah. almost as long. I mean, a decade.
Yeah, it's a decade.
I
The
remember
characters never age, and they don't have
watching that.
scandals.
I remember watching that Santa Claus short on the internet back in the 90s.
Is it Santa Claus versus Jesus?
Yeah, Santa Claus versus Jesus. And it was done in like construction paper. I mean, it was.
You look at the art quality of South Park, and it just amazes me that has continued to be a thing. It's the importance of good writing, kids.
Yeah.
Like the early seasons of the Simpsons had Conan O'Brien writing for them. Those are the good ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Things were better back in my day.
Well, I mean,
the Squirrel Report yells at clouds.
Uphill both ways.
Yeah, but think about it. When's the last time they made an original movie?
Yeah. Was it a reboot or?
I mean, Wes Anderson does it still,
but TV show.
I was about to say, yeah. No, there's movies.
Yeah, but they're not.
But they're not hyped up like the next Marvel movie or the next.
I think it's the bean counters.
Star Wars.
The accountants and the statisticians that try to measure audience, approval and all that kind of stuff. I think that's been the death of so many things. It's been the death of music, the death of movies. It's crazy.
Definitely the death of music.
Oh yeah.
I mean, have I brought up Grimes before on this show? I don't know if I have.
I don't think you have.
Do you know who Grimes is?
Oh yeah.
439 episodes probably.
I don't know. I don't really listen to her music. Okay, well, Grimes is Elon Musk's most recent baby mama. And they had a kid together, and I don't know if they're still together or not, or, whatever. Anyway, she came to my attention, on one of those YouTube kind of like they suggest videos for you to watch because of your history and,
right.
Whatever. And YouTube suggested I watch a Grimes music video. And I looked at the thumbnail. I was like, whoa, that looks, wow. Like, very alternative and very like forward thinking and very, cool visually. And I clicked play and I was disappointed. Because it sounded like everything else. Visually, very, very cool, her videos. Yeah. And she herself is visually very cool. Like, she's very into fashion. She's very into like alternative beauty type stuff. And, visually, she's very cool. Her music, man.
Like all music these days.
It is disappointing.
It's just
and I just think about the music like the Lilith Fair in the 90s. This is way back. Lilith Fair, Lollapalooza, all those artists in the 90s and like the girl power, the Breeders and all those types of bands were like, and even go back to the 80s with like female musicians where they were cool and they had their own sound and they were doing their thing and they were, and music today is just especially for women. I think especially for women, it just sucks.
Yeah,
you have to sound a certain way. You have to look a certain way. You have to like wear the little bikini on stage. Like, for instance, at the Super Bowl, I just watched a Super Bowl halftime show. I don't watch a Super Bowl. I don't care about sports, but I was looking at the Super Bowl halftime show because there's all like the controversy about, whatever. There's always a controversy. And Mary J. Blige, who is like a very talented singer, very talented performer. She's in her 50s. What do they have her wearing on the Super Bowl Sunday stage? Little tiny like bathing suit type thing with thigh-high boots. And I'm like, you're in your 50s. Like, you have earned the right to like wear clothes at this point. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. It just...
Yeah.
I don't know. I got on this tangent.
No,
How did I get on this
but
tangent?
It's true. It's true. It's all
oh God.
it's all packaging and marketing and
Yeah.
nothing in the music is original. It's all
Well, I
it all
just
sounds
think
exactly
that
the
there's
same.
probably a lot of great artists that are getting overlooked because they don't look a certain way. I mean, if you think about like the music artists, like in the 70s, some of those were some pretty ugly motherfuckers. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
They
because
would
they
not. They
Rick Ocasek from the Cars.
would not.
because they didn't have MTV. They didn't have music
Meatloaf?
videos.
Yeah.
But they were great musicians.
Yeah,
Iggy
right?
Pop.
All you had to do is sound good.
Oh,
because they couldn't.
yeah.
You couldn't get close enough on the stage
Yeah.
to see them anyway.
I mean,
right?
Alice Cooper, for that matter.
And people weren't there for how the person looked, you know?
Right.
Kiss.
They were there for
Kiss
the
is a
music.
perfect example.
Oh,
When they took
yeah.
that makeup off, everyone was like,
Yeah.
put it back on, put it back on.
Yeah, those guys are so ugly. The makeup was a plus.
They're like, oh, dear God, now we
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah. Cover it back up.
The only thing I remembered from the Super Bowl halftime show was the New York Post's big expose. Snoop Dogg smoked weed before the halftime show. Like, no shit. Do you
No,
live
wait.
on planet Earth?
Snoop Dogg smokes
I
weed,
know.
breakfast,
I read
lunch, and dinner. Jesus.
Next thing you know,
I was
you're
like,
gonna
are
tell
you
me.
who?
Yeah.
Like,
Are you new? Yeah.
you're gonna tell me like Hank Williams Jr. did some, drank whiskey. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh no.
This is Snoop Dogg, by the way, is doing like big lighter commercials with Martha Stewart with like kind of like the unspoken joke of like, oh, we're gonna go smoke weed.
Yes.
Martha Stewart and
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's not a secret that Snoop Dogg,
Yeah.
come on.
He likes to smoke the reefer. I always love that reefer.
Him and Willie Nelson,
The wacky tobacco.
right?
Grass, man.
I always used to love.
I think I heard a story once about Willie Nelson and Snoop Dogg smoking dope together, and
Oh, I'm sure they did.
And
Willie
I
Nelson
think-
was a huge pothead.
I can't remember.
Yeah, that's a question.
Yeah.
Is who can smoke more?
And I
That would
think Snoop Dogg outsmoked him. I gotta look this up now. I can remember the story, but I can't remember. But it was like a matter of like somebody was smoking, the really strong weed, and somebody wasn't used to the really strong weed, or I don't know.
The
Anyway, I
one of
just
the
thought it was funny.
one of the best things. Remember that TV show, that 70s show?
Yeah.
It had Tommy Chong in it, and he was always wasted.
He was on that 70s show?
The original Stoners.
Yeah, he was.
Oh man.
He was a reoccurring character. He was in it all the time. He was always wasted.
Huh.
Very appropriate
watch
for a
that show
show
that
set
often.
in the 70s.
It was very, very difficult for Thomas Chong to actually, grow beyond the stereotype that had been set for him. Just like Mr. Ronald Jeremy. Always had difficulty.
Yeah.
Some people are gonna have to Google that, and boy, you gonna learn.
Don't hit Google Images.
Yeah, put safe search to moderate, or
Don't do it at work.
yeah, definitely don't do it
That's
at
Uncle
work.
Jay's tip for the
That's
day.
also, yeah.
Do not go to the library.
Why not? I'm not there anymore. I don't give a shit.
Ron Jeremy was in porn before porn was on the internet.
I believe it was actually on reel to reel when he started. 8mm.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm sure 8mm film was involved at some point.
is he still alive?
Yeah, last I
I
heard.
think so. It was on one of the B celebrity survivor type shows probably
he's been
2
on some
decades
stuff.
ago.
Do a quick Google search.
Just be careful. Tweet carefully.
Well, Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. Ah, yes. Meanwhile, up north, we've gone
I
from
had a question before we get into Canada. I have a question,
He's only 68.
and this kind of what?
He's
Yeah.
Alan's age.
He is not. But he's only 68. 5 foot. His height. 5 foot 6 inches tall.
Just a little guy.
He's Alan's height.
Little.
I am
Well,
taller
he's not a little
than
guy.
Ron
but-
Jeremy.
Okay.
Take the win.
Congratulations.
That may be the only dimension I'm bigger in than Ron
Take-
Jeremy.
Take the wins where you can get them. That's what I say.
Oh God.
Oh man.
We're getting pulled from Spotify over this, folks.
Boom, boom. Oh, just Spotify.
Right. Are we on
YouTube.
Spotify? No.
YouTube. Nah, we're not on Spotify.
No.
Could we be on Spotify?
Oh no, we couldn't be on Spotify. We have way too much misinformation about COVID-19.
Yeah,
I wonder, could we get Neil Young to boycott us?
You know-
double fucking
you know, his music's back on Spotify now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
That didn't last
Very
long.
quietly. Slip
Yeah.
back in there.
Yeah.
Oh wait, maybe I do need the money.
Which is
Yeah.
funny because Spotify doesn't pay shit. So, you know.
Yeah, well.
The one thing that really stood out to me throughout that whole debacle was how much Neil Young looks like Jack fucking Elam from Cannonball Run.
Totally.
You know, the guy
you are
with the
correct.
eyes. I was just like,
Yes.
I saw the picture of Neil Young and
Yeah.
I was like, that looks so familiar. And I'm like, it is. It's Dr.
Yeah.
Van Helsing from Cannonball Run.
Yeah.
Which to circle back to Hollywood,
Yeah.
they could totally make a Cannonball Run movie now. Do the exact same thing, have a bunch of stars in a crazy coast-to-coast race,
Yeah.
and it would both make sense.
Oh yeah.
You could draw on the nostalgia. You'll have a couple
Yeah.
of whoever's left. There's not a lot. I think Jackie Chan.
Yeah. He was in
Let's
that originally.
see.
He was in that, wasn't he?
He was.
Yeah.
He was one of
See?
the
One of
two
the Japanese guys in the shitty little car.
Oh my God.
The little black Subaru.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
Jackie
look this
Chan.
up. Yeah.
He's the one that does the karate kicks in the biker gang. I think
Yeah.
Peter Fonda's
Yeah.
still alive. You could like roll Peter Fonda's corpse.
Yeah, but you
out.
could roll in, you could have Vin Diesel in a drift car. I mean, you could do all kinds of cool stuff.
Absolutely. And you have modern stars in modern cars,
Yeah.
and it would be the same thing. There's a reason for it to exist in the same manner.
Yeah.
The race still
Especially
goes on.
especially since somebody broke the record during the COVID shutdown.
It's been brought back into the collective consciousness. Hollywood, if you're listening,
Yeah.
this is a remake you could do.
Yep.
It would make sense. It wouldn't be just a stupid
Cannonball
tired
2020.
Yeah.
2022. Cannonball.
21st century Cannonball. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. You get Vin Diesel. You get throw Chris Pratt in.
Get the
I don't
Rock.
know. There you go.
Yeah.
Jason Statham.
Yeah.
Throw in what the hell is his name there? Channing Tatum there. For some beefcake.
Speaking of beefcake.
I'm right here.
Good one, Jay.
Other than you.
Beefcake.
Reacher.
Beefcake. Back to South Park.
Oh yeah.
Started
Reacher.
watching it.
I told you it was
Oh
good.
my
Had-
God. We have
Had some
one episode left.
had some issues.
No spoilers.
No. Just some
Okay.
issues with the gun stuff, but it's okay
Well,
because
yeah.
I'm
yeah.
watching it with,
I
with
did
my
too,
wife,
actually.
and she's yelling at some of the medical stuff. She's like, "That's not how it works," and I'm like, "No, you know how
Yeah,
I
but
feel with guns."
compared to all the other
Yes.
gun stuff, it is
Yes.
Yeah.
really remarkably well done.
He has not cocked the hammer on his Glock yet, so
Right. There's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of gratuitous slide racking,
Yeah,
stuff like that.
I think people need that in a movie. that make
non-gun
sense?
non-gun people do. Yes,
Non-gun people need that because
Yeah.
it's like
it's
oh,
expected,
got the big
and if it's
gun.
not there, you're gonna be like,
You
"That's
know.
weird."
It's like fan service with guns.
yeah, kind of. Yeah.
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 It's like a car's tires need to squeal when the car leaves, even if it's on dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Have you ever noticed in TV shows and movies when there's a cat, they always use the exact same cat sound?
Yes. Probably because
It's like the
Have you noticed that?
Heinrich,
It's like the-
Heinrich scream only for cats.
Yeah.
Yes, exact same cat sound.
Oop.
over and over. I don't know if that's like a trope or like they just have the one. I don't know.
Speaking of cats, I've got one
What's
banging
Alan
on
doing?
I'm petting the cat. He's banging on my leg,
Oh.
wanting attention.
Oh, well, we'll just
Oh,
pause
there
the
we
show.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I almost didn't show up for the show because I had a cat in my lap and he did not want to get down.
That's.
Ta-da!
Oh, there we are.
Cosmo!
Yep.
Oh.
He's
All
now
right.
famous. I mean, more famous.
Look at that guy. He's so cute.
Purring his head off.
Yeah.
All right. Down you go.
Now I want down.
That's it. That's all you get.
Yeah, I thought Reacher was I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good. What really, and I'll say it again, what really sold me on Reacher was the fight scenes. They were so authentic that it made me forgive the gun stuff that was problematic.
Reacher never gets to 3.
Yes.
No, I like the violence. I'm happy with the violence.
And it doesn't hurt that that guy looks like one of those Greek statues of,
See, from a fitness standpoint, he's eating nothing but junk food.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't get abs like that, eating like that. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Trust me.
It's almost too much. Like at a certain point, like, okay, to dial back the beefcake just a little bit, because wow. But yeah, like, wow.
Good show.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a season 2.
He and his wife just had another baby. I don't think that's a coincidence.
Well, now he's got steady work, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's his name?
Tapped into that Amazon money.
The guy that wrote those, who was the author?
Tom Clancy.
No. Was it Child?
Lee Child, yeah.
Lee Child, yeah.
Lee Child.
It's a whole series of books. So, and the first this season was just one book. So
yay! So it's gonna be like maybe like Bosch, like with the books.
That'd be nice.
Yeah,
that was a good show too. So it's funny. It's like we're in movies are shit, songs are shit, but it's almost like a golden age of TV.
And where's it coming from?
It's coming from the independents. It's coming from Amazon and Netflix and stuff like that. It's not coming
Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's not coming from the.
It's stuff you pay for, which means they have to give you something you want. Yeah, it's capitalism.
Yep.
Which does make it puzzling that the movies are not as good. You would think there would be a desire to have like real kick-ass blockbuster movies, and instead you get just retreads.
I think part of the problem is movies are so damn expensive to make that they're risk averse with movies.
Yes. Yep.
If you spend $100 million making a movie, you want that sucker to make 300 in the box office, which means you are not taking chances.
I'm surprised we haven't seen Ted 3. That's all I'm saying.
The days of
is that the teddy bear movie?
Yeah.
Yep.
I actually like the first one.
Yes.
What?
Well,
that's I would not see
original.
It was funny.
My son loves it, so I've seen both of them. So
it was funny, dude. It's a teddy bear, and it comes to life because the kid wishes for it to come to life. But it's a hard drinking, swearing, cussing, womanizing teddy bear.
Oh my God! You know what it is? It's the bunny voiced by Bobcat Goldthwait. It was a TV show back in the 90s, and I can't think of the name to save my life. But it had, what the hell was her name? The model Cox there. You're talking about ugly people. Was it Nikki Cox? Might have been. and she was, you know, on the show, and her and Bobcat Goldthwait were an item for a while. And you want to talk about ugly dudes? I mean, he's funny as hell,
Wow.
but holy shit!
Funny
the same
counts for a
idea.
lot.
Same idea, you know, that. And what was neat about Ted, and it's been out for like a decade, so I'm not, you know,
Yeah, no spoilers. Fuck off. You know.
yeah, spoilers are, you know, you've lost the right to complain about spoilers,
Right.
but they do the parents' reaction to the bear, like, holy shit, what the fuck, rather than be like, oh, our son's
Yeah,
teddy bear
it's like,
came to life.
get
They're
that
like, what the
demon
fuck
away
is
from
going
me. Kill it.
You know, because I mean, if all of a sudden one of your kids' toys started talking, you wouldn't be like, oh, that's wonderful. You'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Kill it, destroy it, blow it up, shoot it.
Kill it with fire. You
Yeah.
know?
I've seen Chucky. That no good
But
comes from that shit.
You know, but again, that was an original premise, or well, quasi original. Well, you know, again,
Yeah.
Well, even
Pretty
like
original.
Brita's even like Brita's most hated movie, or second most hated movie, Groundhog Day,
Groundhog Day, yes,
was an original premise.
yep, and it's been done to death now, like Die Hard.
What's my first most hated movie?
Monty Python,
Monty Python and the Holy Grail. No.
Okay. Maybe.
You hate that one.
Yeah. I also Edward Scissorhands. I almost walked out of the theater because that was so bad.
I didn't
Hated
like that one either.
Which one? I'm sorry, it glitched.
Edward Scissorhands.
Edward Scissorhands.
Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, pretty much everything Johnny Depp has been in that was not Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yep.
and again, that I kind of have a soft spot for because I watched it with my kids growing up.
Yep.
Yeah.
No.
That was a good movie. The first one. The sequels were mad.
They kind of got, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on, guys. Wrap it
Formulaic.
up. Yeah. Well, it was we got a good thing going here, and we're gonna draw it out as long as we can.
Right. That's how we get Star Wars Episode 27. You know?
Police Academy 9.
Yeah. Derp.
Yeah.
Well, it's we're halfway through the show and we haven't even talked about politics.
I know.
This
we
is
haven't
great.
talked about
We
any.
haven't gotten to politics. But there's
It's
nothing
okay.
going on other than, you know, I don't know, Canada going full third fucking Reich. Holy shit, dude. Oh, we're just gonna seize all their money and
and the banks completely went offline today in Canada.
yeah.
People couldn't get money out of the ATMs.
Is
They
it
were
because like
offline.
servers crashed or
Who
like
the hell knows?
Because they were like, oh, we're gonna freeze bank accounts of anybody that tries to help the truckers. And so everyone was like,
That
well,
is
fuck you then.
super disturbing?
Yeah.
Super disturbing to me.
Yeah.
The whole GoFundMe thing, just, you know, don't ever use GoFundMe. They can die in a fire for all I care.
But even beyond GoFundMe, the country as a nation, you know, Trudeau declared that the truckers are terrorists, and anybody funding them is funding terrorism. Therefore, we will, you know, shut off your bank account. Holy shit!
I don't understand. Okay, I don't understand how he could declare them. I mean, obviously because he wanted to. I mean, that's the answer, right? But how? Like, what was the reasoning behind declaring them terrorists? Are they kind of like economic terrorists because they're blocking trade and people going to work? And is that the reason, or is it? I mean, they're clearly not violent.
The reason is Orange Man bad.
Yeah, it really is.
Right.
They're evil because we say they're evil.
The reason is respect my authority.
Yeah. And they're terrorists because we say they're terrorists.
Right.
You know, there's images, there's disturbing images from the trucker blockade with them playing fucking hockey. That's what these terrorists are doing.
Having dances.
Oh, did you see somebody brought in a hot tub?
Oh yeah, the hot tub. They got a bouncy house for the kids.
These are your terrorists you're funding.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and then Give, Send, Go was an alternative to GoFundMe. They got hacked and they disseminated the information of who was donating. They had the fucking Washington fucking Post calling random Canadians over $40 donations.
Yeah. Why did you give money to these people?
Could you explain how you could support these people? You know, the fact that there's not fucking people with pitchforks on their way to headquarters.
Now we're down to the concept of freedom is a right wing extremist idea.
Yep.
The concept of freedom.
And basically, they want the truckers just want Trudeau to drop the vaccine mandates and open the border.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
You know, and well,
they can't now.
That feeds into another segue about COVID. I mentioned
what
something very interesting happened this week regarding COVID.
Vitamin D works against COVID?
All of a sudden, COVID is no longer trending on Twitter. They've had a little COVID-19 banner at the bottom of the page.
Yeah.
Ever since it started. And very quietly just went away. And I'm going to go on record right now. June, July-ish. There's going to be a big press conference. Biden is going to announce COVID's behind us. He's defeated it. He did what Donald Trump couldn't. COVID's done. We're all set. Let's get back to normal.
Yeah, except how is he going to get people to keep taking their boosters?
Doesn't matter. The pharmaceutical companies have made enough money.
They're going to pass it off.
They don't think they've made enough money.
What it'll be is it'll be just like the flu, where you can get a yearly, COVID shot. They'll roll it into the flu shot, and then that's it. You get it or you don't. Who cares? No, we're not going to track it anymore. This, that, and the other thing. But that's my guess. That's my guess, because you've got a guy whose approval rating is in the dumpster. You've got 30 Democrats have retired rather than run for re-election.
Right.
That's what people in police work call a clue.
Well, he's also creating this like Russia-Ukraine war thing out of like,
which nobody believes.
Did you see what the Russian Ministry of Defense did? They asked the Western media if they could tell them where they would be invading month by month.
So they could take a vacation.
Exactly. They trolled the Western media.
Yeah.
You guys got owned by the Russians. You claimed Trump was owned by the Russians for 4 years.
Yeah, but the Secretary of State and Biden, everybody's like, oh yeah, Russian, Wednesday. Oh yeah, the Russians are invading Wednesday. And the Russians were like, huh? And
we are?
And the Ukraine president was like, what you talking about?
Yeah. Well, there you go. There's a foreign policy. See, look at Joe Biden. He cured COVID. He saved the Ukraine. He's basically the best president in U.S. history. We should reelect him by like 100 billion to 1 margin.
There's a great article on where was it? The guy that David Stockman did a great article on, and it was talking about the Ukraine, and basically Ukraine. He's like goes through like the history over thousands of years of the Ukraine. He goes, it's only been a country for like 25 years. There's the borders constantly change. It's one of those things that was created by the destruction of the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
And it didn't actually exist as a country like ever.
So it's been a country for less time than The Simpsons have been a TV show.
Yeah. And it's been, it's crazy. And this whole, like the Crimea, apparently, Russia won the Crimea as a fresh warm water port. And what was it? Catherine the Great.
Yeah.
And it's been a part of Russia ever since. And then they, what was it? Khrushchev gave the Crimea to Ukraine in the 50s, but that's when the whole thing was part of the Soviet Union. It was just,
Yeah.
The whole thing's ridiculous. I don't see what geopolitical interest the United States has
It's not
in the
geopolitical.
Ukraine.
It's economic.
I know,
It's-
but it's
Joe Biden makes his money in the Ukraine.
Charisma.
yeah.
Or rather, Hunter Biden makes his
Well,
money in
And
the
the
Ukraine.
big guy takes 10%.
Yeah.
Right.
Although I think at this point, the
Although
big
does
guy
he
just
does
takes-
he know that he does that anymore? I don't know.
he gets an ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Jill tells him what to do.
Dr. Joe.
Yeah.
And her bad plastic surgery.
Yeah. Speaking of those people, did you see the article about who's in charge of the Black Lives Matter now?
It's Clinton's, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who?
It's the Clintons.
Isn't that interesting?
What?
Is it-
Mark Elias's
What?
law firm is in charge of the $60 million
Oh my God.
that the Black
my
Lives Matter
God.
has left.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Now you understand why Hillary's going to run in 2024.
Jesus.
They found a new
Well,
cash
good luck
cow.
to her. I don't know.
They said, shit, that bought the old founder 4 mansions in California. Imagine what it could do for
Yeah.
us.
Yep.
I don't know if she's going to survive this new, report where it's confirmed that
Well,
she basically committed treason
As
Yeah.
long as the
and
media
should
won't
be in
report
prison.
Yep,
it, as long as the media won't report it, it didn't happen.
exactly.
Why are they so in love with her? I don't understand.
Well, because
I
they
don't get
hate,
it.
partly because they hate Trump.
Well, they
And
hate Trump
aside
and
from
they hate
that-
and they hate us. They
Well,
hate the deplorables.
yeah.
They hate the people in flyover country that won't
Right.
shut up and do what they say.
Yep.
They hate those ungrateful African Americans that are not voting Democrat anymore. They hate those ungrateful Mexican and Latinxes
Latinx. Yes,
that
Stacey
aren't-
Abrams.
that aren't voting for Democrats. So,
Fresh from her, PR coup of appearing with a kindergarten class filled with masked children where she didn't have a mask on, Stacey Abrams comes out, I've always been a proud supporter of the Latinx community.
even they kept showing pictures of the Super Bowl.
Latinx is not even a term that the Latin people use
No,
because
they
it's
Don't
grammatically
like it.
incorrect.
It's dumb.
It's
and they don't
Latino
like it.
for male and Latina for female. And they don't even really use that.
because the white liberals want to degenderify the Spanish language.
Right.
Good luck.
Yeah.
But the look you see of the, and we've seen it for a year now, where it's like the glitterati sitting there with maskless with all their servants in masks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. The
Yeah.
workers are masked.
Yeah, the workers are masked.
Yeah.
and
I mean, before
Look
I quit my job, that's how it was at the library, where we all had to wear masks. I did not actually. I was like, fuck it. I'm quitting anyway. But everybody at the library who worked there had to wear masks.
Yep.
And none of the patrons did.
Yep.
So
There,
talk to me about science.
there's a bunch of videos from the
What?
Super Bowl of all the celebrities with no masks on,
Oh my God.
including Ellen, who has, as part of the rules for appearing on her television show Audience, that you be masked.
Oh.
Yep.
So
But she isn't.
now again, the real answer is that's all lawyers, because it's easier to have that everyone wears a mask policy than to
Yeah.
get into yes, no, maybe, blah blah blah. It's much easier to just blanket,
Right.
But again, in our society, optics are everything.
Sure.
And to
Yeah.
be part
And
of a
you-
conglomerate, and that's what it is, a conglomerate that pushes masks upon everyone involved, and then to have your very visible, very identifiable star just, hey, look at me, I'm taking a selfie at the Super Bowl with no mask on. This is why people don't believe you. This is why we think you're full of shit when you're like, if you don't have a mask, you're going to die. We have to force those those deplorables to get vaccinated. Which,
Yeah.
again, I'm going to.
I mean, that's their excuse about the Super Bowl, right? Oh, we're all vaccinated, or we all took a test.
Which again,
and they're still pushing that lie where vaccinated people are okay. Like clearly, vaccinated people can still pass the virus. I mean, that's
you
been
can still
proven.
get it,
But they
can still
keep
pass
telling
it.
this lie that yeah.
Which is why it
I
is.
don't get it.
The one thing is, if you're vaccinated and you do get it, it's not as severe. That's going, conventional wisdom.
Maybe.
Now, maybe, right. That's the one possible benefit. It doesn't stop you from catching it again. It doesn't stop you from passing it along. So
Right.
why then do they make a big deal about people being unvaccinated? If you're vaccinated, they are literally no more of a threat to you than a vaccinated person, because you could still get the virus from them.
Yeah.
You can still give them the virus.
Jay, you're using logic.
Yeah,
You know logic has
I
absolutely
know.
nothing to do with it.
Uh-oh.
I hear the tide roar.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Feeding time at the Breeder Zoo.
Yep.
But yeah.
Brilliant.
We have 10 minutes left. I wanted to I don't have a show and tell.
Oh.
I have kind of like a tell and tell.
Okay.
I haven't talked about food in a long time on the show. But this evening I made a TikTok recipe.
Oh.
Oh no.
It's been like all over the internet.
Does this mean
It
you
is the devil, but
found the recipe on TikTok, or you made a TikTok about doing the recipe?
I don't have a TikTok.
Oh, thank God.
No. Oh my God, TikTok's.
I was afraid I was going to have to get it.
It's way too extroverted, even. No thanks. Most of it I can't even look at because it's so cringe. But for me, anyway, like I have a hard time watching extroverts do extroverted things because it's so cringy to me. Anyway, moving on. I found this recipe because one of the YouTubers I follow, her name is Emmy.
Oh yeah, I know her.
Yeah,
I don't know her personally.
I know her statue.
Emmy Made. I think her channel's name is Emmy Made. Anyway, she did this recipe. She does recipes that she finds on the internet and tests them out. And she did this recipe, and it's famous all over the internet. And it is this feta cherry tomato pasta thing. Sorry. And
you have my attention.
It is.
Oh my God! You have not fed that poor cat in months.
I'm dying over
so
here.
Easy.
I'm dying.
Okay. He's not. He's fine. He just has a good sense of time. So put your oven at 400. Get like a roasting pan. Put some olive oil in the bottom of the roasting pan.
Okay.
Put a block of feta cheese in the middle of the roasting pan. Surround it with a bunch of cherry tomatoes. More olive oil. Garlic cloves, as many as you like. I like a lot. Black pepper. Roast it in the oven until like it's all squishy and mushy. And so you stir up the feta cheese with the tomatoes and the olive oil and all the stuff. And then you toss pasta in it. And you can put like pesto or fresh basil or whatever in there too. And it is like creamy deliciousness.
I bet that'd be good with like a nice aioli.
How big a block?
It's
of
amazing.
Cheese?
It's 8 ounces.
How big you got?
The standard, you buy a 8-ounce block. And, you put olive oil on the feta so it doesn't burn in the oven. And in the recipe, you can broil it a little bit so everything gets kind of brown and bubbly and crispy. But you just roast everything until it's soft and smushy. And then you toss your pasta in and, oh my God, amazing. It really, I kind of had my doubts, like, oh, a TikTok recipe, no, it is legit. Look it up on the internet. There's probably tons of videos on it, and it is amazing. I added chicken and chickpeas. And it was I like the chickpea, Jay.
Chickpea, one of the ingredients in hummus.
Hummus,
Yeah.
Jay's
How,
favorite.
how to
food.
make the roasted tomato and feta pasta from viral video.
It is.
So
From
now,
viral
is
TikTok.
TikTok the same as Facebook Reels?
No.
I think
Yes.
so. I think it is.
There's a lot of cross contamination.
Yes.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then
Are you starving to death?
it is definitely a plot to lower our IQ. Because you can't get
Or at least our
around
attention span.
the Facebook Reels, and
Yeah, but
for every
Jay,
I don't know 10,000 I see, there's maybe one that doesn't make me want to stab somebody.
Yeah, but you gotta work with the algorithm. For instance, Instagram movies. All it shows me are cat videos and construction accidents and Russian dash cam footage. and that's pretty much all I see. And you know, it gives you what you look for.
Construction
It's
accidents.
like, you like that. Oh, how about this?
That does bring up
Sorry.
that does bring up an interesting question. I will infrequently, there will be an ad in my Facebook feed entirely in Spanish.
All right.
Now,
Interesting.
I don't speak Spanish. I've never spoken Spanish. I've never looked for anything in Spanish. The Facebook algorithm is so precise that if I fucking talk about something, it shows up in an ad in my feed within the hour. They fucking know I don't speak Spanish. So the only possible reason for them showing me an ad in Espanol is to brag, look how woke we are. We're bilingual. Fuck you.
Oh my God.
You fucking know.
Totally.
it.
Are you sure it's not the busty Latina ladies you've been looking at?
Okay. I may have to rethink this. But you fucking know I don't speak Spanish. You know I've never searched for anything in Spanish. You know this. The only reason for showing me an ad in Espanol is look at how woke we are. Fuck you.
Yeah, or it could have just slipped through. The Facebook's
It happens enough.
Yeah.
That they're just like,
weird
look
because
at us.
I don't think I've ever seen an ad that wasn't in English. So you're doing something.
It's got to be my last name is more ethnic than yours, Alan.
That's true. Yeah, but it's not Spanish.
It's close enough. It's got vowels in it, man. It ends in a vowel. That's like, Ocasio, Grazio. There you go. I'm basically her brother.
You're basically Mexican.
Her father. I talked to a potential contributor today who's only 2 years older than my son. I turned to dust and died.
Oh.
I was like, oh, dear God.
Yeah, I have a problem. It's I guess it's a sort of an ageism thing, but you start seeing all these like political commentators and stuff like that doing these, and they're all like in their 30s and 40s. I'm like, what the fuck do you know?
Ben Shapiro. You're like, what are you, 12? Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Shut up, kid.
Come back when you've had some experience, kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you start hitting that point. You realize you're the target demographic. And then your feed is all AARP, dick pills, and testosterone.
Yeah.
They don't get any of that.
You don't get ads.
I ignore ads.
Your screens are better than mine, apparently.
I hit every time I see an ad, I hit hide until it say redundant or irrelevant, or I report it for.
See, I get some from watching. I like to tune into FXX at night. Has Family Guy, Simpsons, Bob's Burgers.
Oh, that's your problem.
Yeah, sure. And that's exactly it. It's regular TV, so there's all kinds of.
I don't watch any of that.
So I need to know what Louise is up to.
Yeah, but you can do that without watching the TV.
Yeah, I know. But
Jesus.
the problem is I don't have an actual laptop. I don't have an actual computer. The one actual computer I have is literally 11 years old and hasn't been turned on in 2
You need
years.
to pay more.
All you need is a Raspberry Pi, man.
Yeah, but that involves knowing shit, and I'm just too. I don't
always
care
too
enough.
tired.
I don't care enough. Exactly. I turn the TV on, and it's already on the channel, and I can just vegetate.
There you go.
And I have to put up.
Somebody have a show and tell.
I have a show and tell. I found another.
All right.
I found another knife because I have like a million knives
Yay.
because I'm Italian, and that's what
Show
we
us,
do.
Jay. Ooh, that looks interesting.
I think I've had that knife. I think maybe. What is it?
I don't know. It is a steel will druid. It came out a few
I
years
have one
back.
that looks kind of like that.
And what I love is it's very, very thin. It's very, very light. And the sheath can be used as, you can do a neck, throw a bit of paracord through it. You've got a nice neck lanyard. You can weave it through and put it on a belt.
That's
but
pretty
it's
cool.
super light, and it's not very expensive, or at least it wasn't when it came out. I have no idea if they still offer it. And it's a really good shape. It's
nice.
Quite useful. Yes.
Hold it up. I can't see. Is that clip point? Yeah, it's clip point.
Yep.
Okay. Nice.
So it's very useful. It's one solid piece. I guess full tang construction, I guess. But this can't weigh more than an ounce or two.
Nice.
And it's got a good balance, and it's a small enough blade that you're not going to run afoul of anybody's. Oh, it's more than whatever. Oh,
right.
Time to go.
Time to feed the cat. Jay's video will cut out.
Supper time.
I still have like 8 minutes before it cuts out, which means it'll cut out like in 10 seconds.
We'll see. Well, I don't have a show and tell.
So that's I keep
going cat earlier.
I keep going through my bottomless pit of knives because again, Italian. So
spiffy. Well,
little thing.
Brita had a recipe, Jay had a knife, and I got nothing.
You had a cat.
I had a cat. Yeah.
There you go.
He's over there asleep
Just
on the
don't
sofa now.
Put all three together. Don't use the knife to turn the cat into a recipe. That's just no bueno.
Oh,
there he is. He's sleeping. You can kind of see him sleeping on the blanket.
Oh. So we're supposed to get snow tonight. It was 50 some degrees today, and it's going to drop down to, I don't know, 10.
Oh,
something.
How much snow are
I
you
know.
supposed
February is the worst. Only like 1 to 3 inches. It's not.
Okay.
It's not a lot of snow. But it's the February up and down. It's ridiculous.
See, when I was in
Mass,
Mass,
this time of year.
March was always the worst. Because March, everything was just
interesting.
Brown. Everything was brown.
Yeah.
And she got so sick of brown.
Well, that's because you're so far north. You're a month behind everyone else.
Yeah, and it's just everything. It's brown and black, and the snow just looks dingy, and you've lost that fresh fallen snow. Now it's like the crap on the side of the road that I friggin' slip on.
Well, it's gonna be like 17 degrees here, and we have a flood warning. So okay.
It'll be ice. Oh, the glacier's coming.
I know. The glacier. Yeah, we're
global warming.
Yep. How's Mount Willoughby doing?
Greta is going to come lecture you now.
Oh, okay.
How's Mount Willoughby doing? Did it melt?
Yeah. Well, Mount Willoughby. Mount Willoughby is a snowberg in the parking lot of Target. You know what I'm talking about today, right?
I absolutely know what you're talking about. I do. They pick one corner of the parking lot. And in a good year, it won't melt until
probably
June.
I know. But the snowbergs, after those 2 big snowstorms we had, oh,
There went Jay.
there he goes. Those 2 big snowstorms that we had were like 10 feet high almost. You saw the picture, Alan.
Yeah, I
But
did.
no, they're not gone. They're just smaller and filthy.
Yeah.
Hi,
5
Jay.
minutes
Yes.
early
Welcome
this week.
Yeah, but you started ahead of time, remember?
True.
Oh.
That's a good point. Yes. So I missed further discussion on the snowbird, but
It's
I will neither confirm nor deny that when I was a young man and had a 4-wheel drive truck, I would try to climb them.
I would have
Never
thought
seen
that was a
anybody do that
standard
here.
thing.
It is.
I would have thought
I mean,
everybody
maybe.
would have tried that.
You know,
I'm
and
not
you have
male
to
and
learn
stupid.
the right time to do it, because you don't want to do it when it starts warming up, because sometimes you'll get about I don't know, a third of the way up and then
Sounds like you're speaking from
Yeah.
experience.
no, not me, never happened.
I've seen pictures of people with their Jeeps parked on them and stuff. So I know it
It's,
happens.
if you do it in like February when it's like -4, you're fine. It's
Mike insists it's a good place to hide a body.
Probably is.
temporarily.
Well,
Like I said,
by the time it
come
thaws
June.
out,
Come June,
right?
it will make determining the time of death difficult.
Yes.
Oh, I think,
Also, like,
I'm no CSI expert, but I think after a week or so, it's kind of hard to determine that anyway. It's kind of, once
but the body
part-
would be frozen for so long that,
be like digging out one of those woolly mammoths from the Siberian tundra.
it'd be like
They
Utsi,
could clone it.
Yeah,
the ice guy.
yeah, frozen.
It'd be like Encino Man.
Yeah. There you go.
Yes, Brendan Fraser. There's another guy who got flung off
man.
the planet.
Yeah, he did.
And Brendan Fraser was in
He was
everything.
just in something that
in the
I was
90s.
watching. What was he in? He was the bad guy. Recently, he was in something that I was watching, and he was like the bad guy.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he had it in his contract that he had to be the good guy, or at least the dumb guy.
Mm-mm. No, he was the bad guy. He was like a.
Was it a movie or a TV show?
I think it was a TV, like episodes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's more
Recent.
understandable.
Help me out, Alan.
Yeah, I don't know. He was
So has
great.
anybody-
Mummy. I like.
Has
I like
anybody
him in
caught
Mummy.
season 2 of Resident Alien? I haven't seen
Yes.
it yet, so no spoilers.
It's fantastic. It's even better than the first season.
Excellent.
Very funny.
Hilarious.
I think once we get through Reacher, we're gonna catch up on our favorite alien.
Yeah, it's definitely.
God, that's such a great show.
I just love that.
Yeah, I was telling Brita this the other day. Is Alan Tudyk, he didn't. You didn't realize what a great actor he was in Firefly, because it just didn't tax his acting range. But here, can you imagine going in, you're an actor and you go in for this show on TV and they go, yeah, you're going to play an alien pretending to be human.
Right.
And not doing it well.
So good.
It's
what's
excellent. Funny is when he's the alien, it's like he's like,
are you okay?
comfortable in his skin, right? And when he's the human, he's like completely awkward and weird.
It's such a good show.
Yep.
And I think it's 90 to 95% Alan Tudyk.
Oh yeah.
I can't see can't see anyone else in that role. I just can't.
No. Not at this point. No.
Come here, cat.
Like I said,
Come here.
it's a dark Mork and Mindy.
Come here.
Yeah, it kind of is. Yes, we're gonna kill everybody. Oh
That's
no.
right. That's right. You know, Mork and Mindy, they
Here
were
we
just
go.
studying. Here they're going to
Yeah.
kill everybody.
Rita has a show and tell.
There you go.
Yep.
Mr. Starving to Death.
Yep.
He's starving to death. Look at him.
Skin
and
he's
bones.
wasting away to nothing. He
As
clearly
he-
hasn't been fed in at least 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
True. Anyway, time to go.
Yep.
I got to go feed the cat.
It's time to
Yep.
feed the cats. It's feeding time
Thanks
at
for
the
a fun
zoo.
hour, guys.
Yeah, it was great. And we'll be back next week, I guess.
We're only going to get kicked off of
Yes.
Spotify this week.
Because we're not
All right.
on.
Yeah, we're not actually on, but
All right.
it's fun to say.
Bye.
Bye. Night, y'all.
Good night.